Barely 6 months into his posting as sub-collector of Padmanabhapuram, town in Kanyakumari district in Tamil Nadu, 2020 batch IAS officer Koushik H R started garnering praises from the locals for his out-of-the-box initiatives that are aimed at bettering the lives of the tribal communities and senior citizens. Today we have with us 2020 batch IAS officer Koushik H R, with whom we are going to talk about some of his inspiring works that he had undertaken during his tenure. So, while posted as a sub-collector Padmanabhapuram, you started many initiatives, be it for tribal communities, for senior citizens, and one of them was aimed at bettering the life of the senior citizens. You have helped many senior citizens regarding their property rights by using the Welfare Act. So, like, have you ever encountered any misuse or false cases of this act?
See, it is there. Any act, be it or any provisions that the government brings, there will be misuse. And even I have come through many such cases. In senior citizen cases, I think I was sub-collector for 14 months. I have heard more than 400 cases. I think it is one of the highest, I think, maybe in the whole country. And nobody has heard so many cases. So in those 400 odd cases, easily they have found many cases where it is not very genuine.
Right.
Maybe they would be, for example, it could be based. I'm not saying they want to torture their children, so they file a case. It could be because of some personal dispute between the father and son, or the parents and the children, or it could be due to the influence of some other children to punish this war. So I'll not say all cases are genuine. Which I mean, when there is law, obviously they'll have misuse of it. Even I have come across many cases which I didn't find it to be very genuine. So based on that, I'll take my decision. When I know what is very genuine, and based on the limits of the law, I used to take decisions. I used to come across many cases which are not genuine.
So if you could please share any real life example, जिसमें आपने
See, for example, in the senior citizen cases, the SDM, the sub-collectors, called by many names, basically the sub-divisional magistrates, have enormous power. Basically, they can give compensation, that is a maintenance per month for the senior citizens from their children if they are neglected the parents, and they can give them required protection. And the ultimate power which they have is, if the senior citizen have gifted the property to the children, the SDM has the power to cancel that gift deed and give back the property to the senior citizen. Of course, there are many conditions and many high court judgments regarding the same. But because of that, this extreme power of SDM, they try to use that as a shortcut instead of going. For example, there'll be some property dispute. Or whenever there used to be like cases, I used to ask them, what type of marriage have your children gone? Arranged marriage or love marriage? For example, if the son goes for a love marriage and their parents will not be happy, they would have given the property to them and they want it back. So they'll create their own rosy story that the son and daughter-in-law are torturing. And there are many genuine cases also. In my whole tenure, I think I have cancelled 16 such documents. It's again one of the highest. 16 documents. I've returned the properties, 15 or 16. I don't remember the exact number. I returned the property back to the parents. It was very genuine cases, but the misuse has happened. For example, they would have given the property to one son. The other son or the daughter may not have got anything, so they will influence the parents to get back the property using this act. Or it could be like where there is a problem between the like Sas Bahu ka issues hota hai, like mother-in-law or the daughter-in-law, they have some issues. They use this as because the whole act is tilted towards the senior citizen. It favors the senior citizen. There is no alibi for the son or the daughter. So that's the reason they try to misuse. There are many cases which I have come across. If they try to misuse, I'll just dismiss such cases.
Like, how can the awareness of this act can be further expanded to reach vulnerable seniors who may not be aware of this right?
See, one thing is many senior citizens are not aware of this act. I totally agree with you. So I took up one initiative. When I was sub-collector, I designed a creative poster, a single-page poster, wherein all the provisions of the act with the senior citizen has to know, and in case of violation, whom to approach, what all powers they have. I created a small poster as such, and a respected district collector inaugurated it, and we made sure that it is displayed in all major places with the senior citizen visit. Maybe Patwarik office at village office, or the panchayat office, or in my own office, taluk offices, or even the PDS shops. In such major places, we stuck the poster. So we tried doing that. And also we can conduct many camps. We can reach out to senior citizens. The awareness about this act is very poor. And also, one more initiative I took up is I wrote to all the sub-registrar in my jurisdictions, saying that whenever a senior citizen is coming for the registration of property, like a gift deed to their children, please tell them a point that if they mention some condition, I wanted the sub-registrar to give awareness. Basically, according to this act and also according to various High Court and Supreme Court judgments, that if a senior citizen, while gifting the property, if they have mentioned a point wherein some conditions saying that this property is being gifted so that they take care of us and I can take it back if they don't look after us. ऐसा कुछ condition डाल दिया तो then the SDM only in such condition if it's mentioned, then we can cancel the deed. इसलिए what I had done is I had written to all sub-registrar to convince the senior citizens to include such conditions when they have come for gifting the property to their children. In fact, that was a huge success. Many senior citizens approached me and thanked me, saying that, sir, we were not aware of it. And because of this, even sub-registrar also told me that many senior citizens now are including these conditions. So I had taken such small initiatives, but awareness is the key for the successful implementation of this act.
So apart from this, you have also distributed destitute widows certificates to the poor widows. So first of all, what is this destitute widow certificate? And what are the specific challenges faced by these widows in accessing government benefits and employment opportunities?
See, in Tamil Nadu, we have a beautiful system wherein the widows who are destitute, I mean to say, if they don't have good financial income and they are nobody to take care of the literal meaning of it. So the SDM will issue the certificate. And basically, what is the advantage of certificate is the certificate will be used by this destitute widow. There is a reservation. A particular percentage of reservation varies from the post to post in all government employment for these destitute widows in the state government employment. But unfortunately, many destitute widows, the widows who are destitute, who are neglected by the family or who doesn't have a good source of income, they don't know about these things. Or they'll know that someone, maybe like the Panchayat chairman or someone, the public representatives would have told them about to get a certificate, but how the certificate is used, they'll not know. So what I targeted is, we issued a lot of destitute widow certificates, but first time when I went for some inspections to check if they're genuinity, then I asked them, why have you applied for the certificate? They said, I don't know. Someone said to apply, baad mein kabhi help hota hai. They didn't know exactly how to use the certificate. So then I felt bad. So every month I used to distribute certificate monthly basis. I used to call all these beneficiaries to my office and we used to conduct maybe half a day or 1 or 2 hours of workshop for them to make them aware of how they can use the certificate. I used to call the district employment officer who will appraise them about the public service examinations, how they can use it and what all benefits they can get out of the certificates and how to prepare for these exams. We had taken up such 6 or 7 such training programs. And we had even planned a big training program, which I couldn't focus due to some other priorities and I got transferred. But such awareness was lacking for these women. And also many would be educated, but they'll be thinking of only, for example, whomever I ask, they will be like, I'll get some job in ration shops. I'm not saying that job is less, but for their, like these, they have a degree, they can try for a group 2 post or a group 4, based on the public service examination. So I used to motivate them. I used to call for my office and while distributing, we used to conduct a workshop and we used to motivate them. And we used to explain them the procedure, distribute them some books also for preparations. I really hope a few people who have received certificate from me, if they clear the exam and are successful, I think that's a great satisfaction for me.
Of course. So what kind of employment is provided to them and usually what is their approximate monthly income?
See, it's not a particular employment. I mean to say they have a reservation.
Okay.
They have a particular percentage of reservation in all the state government employment. For example, whenever the state government is going for recruitment, like it could be state public service commission, it could be even group 1 post, or it could be even the directly recruitment which happens without interview. In every post, they'll have a particular percentage of reservation. I remember the exact percentage. So while applying with this certificate, they'll be eligible for those reservations. So whichever job they get, based on that, they'll be getting their particular salary. Okay. They are in group 1, they'll get a gazetted officer salary. It's like that. So they'll have a particular reservation, just like how we have reservation for OBCs, SC, STs. There is a special reservation in the state of Tamil Nadu, which is a very progressive type of reservation. For destitute widows, they have a special reservation.
Okay, so how many certificates did you distribute when you were posted as a...
I don't remember the exact number, but hundreds of them I would have distributed. I don't remember the exact.
That's really great, sir. So further, you also ensured that the Kani tribals know about their land rights under the Forest Right Acts, which will help them improve their living conditions. So what specific measures are being taken to educate tribals about their rights land rights under the Forest Right Act?
See, under the Forest Right Act, the tribals are the final deciders regarding their land. Actually, they are very powerful. Though the rights are given by the government, the initiative has to start from the tribals itself. They set up their own separate Gram Sabha. And then the proposal will come to the SDM. We have a subdivisional level committee. Then it goes to the district level committee headed by the respected collector and the DFO. So they were never, I mean, few were aware of it, but few were not aware of it. We had, under my subdivision, we had 47 tribal settlements belonging to Kani tribe, in which few were easily accessible. Few we had to, it was a very difficult terrain. Either we had to go through a boat and then trek for a while and reach. Many settlements were very tough as such. So what we used to do mainly, I had a very good supportive DFO, District Forest Officer, Mr. Raja from 2017 batch of Forest Service. So every Saturday or even a Sunday, we didn't mind. We used to go to one settlement and we used to solve all their doubts. They had their own apprehensions regarding the tribal rights and they had their own queries. So we covered many settlements as such. I mean, every Saturday or Sunday, we used to plan, go to the settlements and spend time with the tribals, interact with them and bring awareness and also solve all their doubts and queries, because they had a lot of inhibitions or apprehensions against the government. Maybe they would be ill-advised, or there would be like few elements which try to give some negative advice to them. So we used to break all those barriers and reach out to them. Even difficult terrain, many times we have gone on a trek or a boat and try to reach out to them. So that every weekend we used to try to have some special camp to bring awareness amongst forest rights. And many settlements, I think in the Kanyakumari district, out of 47, 24 settlements we have covered with giving rights. In the remaining settlements, a few institutional settlements survey work is going on, and few more it's at the last stage. So we had a target of finishing all the settlement by giving them forest rights. I think my successor will further take it up ahead.
Earlier you also mentioned that आप libraries भी बनवाने वाले हैं वहाँ पर. So क्या हुआ उसका, क्या libraries बनी है वहाँ पर?
Yeah, actually, I mean, it's in the final stage. I wanted it to be complete in my period. We had identified basically, I mean, there are many, I mean, Tamil Nadu is known for library culture. Tamil Nadu, it's a very good social development from the days of Periyar here. In every village, you will have libraries. People hang around there. People read books, newspapers, and that is when they get educated. But we wanted to build the same culture among tribals. In the Kanyakumari, amongst the Kanya tribals, the reading practice was little less. So under the directions and the guidance of district collector, what we did is, with the help of CSR from ICICI Bank, we wanted it to be child friendly, and also we wanted it to be little creative. So from my personal contacts, I mobilized. I had a known bookshop of mine from Bangalore. They supplied 3,000 books, bilingual, Kannada and Tamil. So I could mobilize 3,000 books. Then using CSR fund, we could develop a single room which we identified for library, like child-friendly painting, so that they feel like coming inside the library. If you have, for example, in few libraries, it will be in a shabby state, in a rusted manner, where the students will not feel like coming and sitting. So what we did is we started thinking of a child-friendly painting in such libraries, and we had some attractive type of book rack and sitting arrangements. It's in the final stage. Maybe in a month or so, we had identified 6 tribal schools. In all these tribal schools, we are setting up where mainly the Kanya tribals go and study. We are setting up these libraries. Maybe in a month or so, I think it will be completed.
That's great. So now you are posted in Ooty. So what are your future plans now?
See, in Ooty, I have 2 positions. I'm additional collector of Ooty, Ooty district. So I'll be looking after the rural development of the whole district. I'll be head of the DRDA, that is District Rural Development Agency. I'll be looking after that for the whole district, rural development. And also I have an additional charge of project director, special area development program. That is mainly, it is a 75 crore project per year. It will be looking after the 11 Western Ghats district of Tamil Nadu, wherein we'll be focusing on the forest development, the tribal development, basically on all these aspects. So I am the project director, the head of the department for the whole Tamil Nadu. I'll be looking after that project. So both, somewhere I feel, given Ooty, it's mainly about the forest management and also the tribal development. And also given my project director SCDP, again, the tribal development is the focus. And that is very close to my heart. I think I'll expand my services further and try to help my best, because we have a lot of PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups. There are 6 in Tamil Nadu. And all the 6 are in OT. So I'd be focusing a lot on these tribal developments through both of my positions across these Western Ghats district. So I think that will be my top priority.
That's great, sir. So are there any other stories or experiences during your time as a sub-collector in Padmanabhapuram that has stayed with you and continues to inspire your work?
I see one thing, few things I tried out of my own work call. One major thing I still remember it. Very close to my heart, there are 2 stories. One is there was a young boy by name Anand. When the first week when I joined itself, I was on inspections on the hilly side on the tribal settlement. And one of my staff told that there is a young boy who is like not even 20-year-old, who is bedridden from 4 5 years. Then I just visited him and I felt he could be treated. I just felt, given their, he was active boy and all of a sudden 4 5 years back, he's not able to, everything was on the bed. He couldn't even wake up. So immediately I said them that I'll arrange medical treatment, but the parents didn't believe because many have said that and we are not, they openly told me, sir, this is not the first time we are hearing. And we have heard this many times. But I took it very seriously, and in 2 days, I arranged an ambulance, and with the help of a private hospital, and within a week, that boy was able to move a little. And some couple of months back, when I was on an inspection, I'm seeing that boy playing football. The bedridden boy for 4 5 years, due to my intervention and thanks to the medical team in Kanyakumari, today is able to play sports. He's running, he's walking. So the parents were so happy, and even when I got relieved, they were very emotional because you gave a life to the boy who was there. I didn't do. I just did my job, but they feel that somewhere they feel that a boy if who was so bedridden and all of. After some 3 4 months of dedicated treatment, he now is fine. Of course, he on the medications, but he's able to walk, he's able to run. That was a soul satisfying experience for me because I felt somewhere I gave a livelihood to a person, to a young boy. So I was very happy, and I think that was my Swadesh moment. I felt very proud and satisfied with the service.
That's really great, sir. So coming to the end of this session, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your strategies and tips for the aspirants for preparing for UPSC CSC. Not only that, thank you so much for sharing some really inspiring stories and the work that you have done in your previous posting.
You're welcome. And I really feel whoever has seen this video, if they're impressed or even if they're a little motivated to work a little more harder to reach their goal, I'd be very satisfied. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.